Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. I have to shout out Earth and Stone. I will link them in the description of the comments here for their website. Look at my adorable coffee. Well, this is what I did today, was do an iced coffee. It's a coconut iced coffee. You could put water, you could put anything in these cups. They're absolutely gorgeous. I have another one here as well. They're glass, and I love that because, you know, we should definitely be getting away from all the plastic, you guys. But this one's like a black and white motif. I am obsessed with these cups, you guys. I made a beautiful coconut cream iced coffee this morning. Anything that's going to give me motivation to drink my coffee at home, you guys. Make the coffee at home, drink the coffee at home. That's what I'm looking for, is that motivation. Not to go to Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks, because who needs an $8 coffee? Not me, not I. What are we here to talk about this morning? I also have my crispy water. I read Now or Never, Stephanie Plum, 31 books by Janet Evanovoch. I have talked about this series before, and the first half of this is going to be spoiler-free. I've read all 31 of these books. I have, in fact, read the sub-series at this point. I read just last month the Diesel sub-series. I have been reading this book since I was in middle school, high school. And the entire 31 books, it has always been the love triangle. Morelli or Ranger? Which way are you going to lean? Some books lean this way, some books lean this way. It has been the question for 31 books. And if you watch my review from book number 30 of this series, you will see that I actually really critiqued the author for the first time, not the first time in my head, but for the first time on my platform, because I love Janet Evanovoch. I think she's hilarious. She writes great little thrillers. They're not thrillers, they're like mysteries. That's a way better word. A mystery that's also hysterical. They're comical mysteries, if you would. And I love her books. But I was feeling very disconnected from Stephanie, who is supposed to be aging, and it didn't feel like she was mentally aging with me. Like, when I read these books, I was 14, and I remember kicking my little feet and being like, oh yeah, who's she gonna pick? Morelli, Ranger, oh my gosh, yes, smooch him. Like, just living my best 14-year-old life. But as a woman who is now in my late 30s, I am wanting to relate to Stephanie Plum in different ways, and she's still kissing both of them. In fact, in this book, a lot of this book, okay, we're going into spoilers, you guys. So, 4 out of 5 stars for this book. I took 1 star away for pacing, which I will get into in the spoiler section. But if you are just looking to know whether or not to read this book and you enjoy Stephanie Plum books, absolutely read it. 4 out of 5 stars. There were a lot of pacing issues, which is why I took 1 star away. But we'll to get into that. Now, full spoilers here. A lot of this book has to do with the pregnancy scare. She celebrates with both Morelli and Ranger when she gets engaged to both of them in a short term of, like, span of time. That to me was a little bit irritating. Just because, I don't know, if you cannot pick between 2 men and it's that close for you, should you really be marrying one of them? I don't know. And you're not poly. If you are poly and you guys have openly, I know there were a lot of people that were pulling for this to turn into an MMF series. And I was probably on that team. I really was. Because they're both great guys. They both have their flaws. And you just, if it's that close, I don't think it's right to marry one of them and not the other one. That's just my personal opinion. I digress. We do a pregnancy scare trope in this one. And I do like the addition of the new character. I believe Herbert is his name or something like that. He's an old high school friend of Stephanie's who becomes obsessed with her. But he's harmless and cute and yeah, kinda, I'm sorry. Getting into the pacing issues on this, you kind of figure out that he's Robin Hood-y pretty early in the book, in my opinion. I figured it out easily 40-50% through this book. I knew that this man was Robin Hood-y. So yeah, I figured out that her little high school friend, I believe his name, why can I not think of it? It's got to be Herbert. I'm 90% sure. I'd be willing to bet my luggage that his name is Herbert. Was Robin Hood-y. Like, I had that figured out. And she saves it till, like, the last freaking chapter to do the reveal. And that irritated me. I feel like she could have done that reveal a lot earlier and done more with that storyline, if you would. I'm hoping that we see him and more of that storyline play out in the next book, because I did think it was a good storyline, and I would hate that she just kind of dropped that character like she does. Like, I love Sally Sweet. We have not heard from Sally Sweet since Valerie's wedding, I don't think. And I just really, I felt like she could have did more with that scenario than just saving it for the end. My other issue with the pacing is she does make a choice. It's not the choice I would have made. I would have picked Ranger. She decides to marry Morelli. And she also saves that for the last chapter of the book. And really skims over the wedding. Like, she says they went to Valerie's backyard and did champagne and cake. And I hope we get more from this wedding. Because I feel like the amount of comedy and stuff, how she's feeling, was she nervous, all of this was skimmed over. It was the last 5 lines of the book. And that was incredibly frustrating because we've been reading this story for 31 books. For her to slip it into the last chapter of this book felt like the biggest cop-out. And really, really frustrated me. I love these characters enough that I still gave this book a 4-star. But honestly, I've never given a Stephanie Plum book less than 4 stars. Because I love these characters. Could this book have been a 2 or 3 star if I did not have the emotional attachment that I did to these characters? Absolutely. Because the frustration of reading for 20 years of my life a series, for her to marry Morelli and only mention it in 4 sentences in the last chapter of a book is incredible. Incredible. I have devoted years of my life to who is she going to pick. And not only does she pick the safe option out of her own mouth, Morelli is the safe option that she knows, but she then barely touches on the wedding. There had to have been some event. What did Grandma do? Grandma showed her ass, Grandma Mauser. Like, it was just a very frustrating end to this book. So, yeah, that's where I'm at with Now or Never. Will I read the next book? Absolutely. I will never, probably, unless she does something super stupid, turn my back on Stephanie Plum. That is just such a core part of who I am as a reader, as a person. I have been reading these novels for so long. But am I frustrated at this point? Yeah, I am. I would like to see Stephanie Morelli have a child. I would love to see how Stephanie deals with motherhood. I think that would be a really good way and direction for her to go with this. How she balances bounty hunting and being a mother. How she balances the fact that not everybody is Betty Homemaker, like she's been raised with, like Grandma Mauser and her mother were. That she could be her own mother, her own unique version. And that's what's best for her child. There's a lot of ways I want Janet Evanovoch to go with this book. now that we have married Morelli. And I'm very hopeful, but frustrated. Hopeful but frustrated is a fantastic way to end this review, because that's exactly what I'm feeling. Hopeful, but frustrated. So, yeah, that's my review of Now or Never. 4 out of 5 stars. That's coming from somewhere of emotional attachment, not somewhere where this was a fantastic book. And I had higher hopes for it. I really did. I feel like she could have married Ranger and then taken this book into a really great place where they now maybe travel. She has different locations and different crazy cases, bigger criminals. I think she could have done a lot with this. But in seeing the good reads reviews, I am not going to stop reading this series just because she didn't pick the man I wanted her to, which a lot of people have commented. So yeah, that's my tea on Now or Never, Stephanie Plum 31. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have some more videos coming. December may be a little light. I am having to have some home repairs done, and I'm going to have to vacate this office. There's a lot that's going to be going on. If you stick with me, I promise I'll come back in the new year strong with tons more reviews, lots of books to talk about, but we'll get there. I love you guys so much. Thanks for tuning into this review, and have a great rest of your day. And check out Earth and Stone, by the way. They're super cute. Bye.